Hey guys, David Greene here, and I'm going to pull out my testing paper. That's what I wanted to pull out. This paper I just use for testing. It's actually watercolor paper. But I want to test out these markers I have. And I'll show you them in a minute. So I'll pull them out. So yeah. I'm gonna go show them the shit. Because these are some art markers I have that I didn't even know what kind of markers they were until later on down the road. So what I'm gonna probably just do is just draw a little quick drawing of a reddish orange apple with my Ronnie pencils, color pencils. And then probably use one of these markers or something. Because I just want to see how they look on color pencils, like being laid on top, and just practicing a little bit with them. And that has some other things I'm also going to test while I am using. Actually, I don't need this other one, I just needed this one. Because there's like 4 different shades of them. These art markers I got for free from a friend who is actually in college up in the mountains of where I live in North Carolina. But he gave me these markers followed by just a whole bunch of art related stuff. So I don't need these anymore after I got through doing these 4 markings. And these are them. They are art markers, and they're made by Chartpak, and I did not know these were in my big old art magazine. Well, not art magazine, art catalog by Cheap Joe's. So yeah, found it very interesting when I saw that. So yeah, and these are the colors they are cool gray, 2, 3, 4, and 7, and these were from a friend. So let me do my first experiment, and this is cool gray 2. Let's see how good it looks layer on top of a color pencil. Well, it gives it a nice shading effect if you think about it. So these could be good if I ever want to shade something with that I have done in color pencil. One more thing I forgot to mention, these things give off a strong odor. But it's okay with me. Because these are like permanent markers, I think the magazine said. So yeah, I'm just pretty much laying them down and see how they will look after they dry on color pencil, which I have to give them a while afterwards. But yeah, these are what the tips look like, the chisel tips, and they are actually made where you can make broad lines, thin lines, and stuff like that with a flick of a wrist. Because I read about it in the magazine or in the catalog and everything. I thought that was pretty interesting to learn about. So this is cool gray 4. Each color has its own thing. And then a cool gray 7. well, which is like the darkest. So now I'm gonna let them dry. I think the Cool Grade 2 does best for shadowing when using color pencils because it's actually a little lighter color. So if you look with me right here, I'm actually going to draw some lines with the Cool Grade 2. I really wish I had bigger room than that, so I can get them all on here at once. And I don't want to use this backside, which you gotta do. Let me grab my eraser. Wait, just in case you're wondering what in the world that's sticking my red tin, I just want to get rid of that graphite thing. I stuck my 2 pencils that I mostly use for sketching, and that's 4H and a HB. 4H is like a hard one. It's like a lighter tone to it. So right there is from the point side, and then you have this way which becomes thicker. Yeah, you can tell the difference, and then even thicker when you lay it down sideways. So yeah, I'm actually going to probably leave the Cool Gray in here because I'm going to probably use more of that when doing shading and stuff. But then some of my pictures from now on, I might just keep them all out for that kind of stuff. I mean, they're really nice markers. I have nothing wrong with them. And I'm trying them out on watercolor paper because watercolor paper is always best for pen and ink anyway. I may have accidentally got some on my hand. Whoops. Luckily it's just a tiny mark, it's nothing too big. It just comes off quite easy. Yeah, as soon as they dry, you can see how good they are. I'm surprised these things haven't dried out yet because I had these for so long. And so forth. And just so you know, that's Cool Grade 2, that's Cool Grade 3, and that's Cool Grade 4. I have other things I'm going to be testing here in a minute, guys, so it shouldn't be boring too much longer because I really don't know exactly what I can do with these just yet. I am going to have to wait until I get the money to get some more of these markers because I actually want to try to do something with these markers. And this is Cool Gray 7. Looks like the tip is messed up on this one. You can tell by this look at right there. But as soon as they dry, they give a nice little tone to them. Except for the smell, it's strong. Yeah. So yeah. Let me grab out my washable markers. I want to try some things out with them for a future project. And I'm going to get my light blue as well. I'll just better get that out. These 2 things so that way they won't get messed up, because I got something I gotta do with them later, not now. I think I'm in there right now. So basically what I'm going to do is go with the light green first, or yellow green first. Try to put them in like leaf patterns is what I'm trying to do. because I'm going to be working on painting soon, so I'm just practicing with these a little bit more. So yeah. Add some dark hues of green in here. Just try to give it like a tree effect is what I'm trying to do. And probably add some blue here at least in some of this area to give it a little bit more of a natural look. Plus I wanted to try out some other effects, which pretty much just has to deal with me just striking a little bit of light blue on paper. Maybe by striking I mean like just doing little lines or something. Most people wouldn't call it striking, I don't know what they would call it. So yeah. Grab my tiniest brush, which is this one. Let me see exactly what kind of effect I can get out of this. Because I may have thought of what I want to do for my watercolor. Or not my watercolor challenge, but my 3-in-1 challenge. I basically try to where I use 3 different types of things that act like watercolor. So yeah. I'm trying to create like a waterfall effect. But it's not coming out all that great. So I think I should be using the marker then at all. Unless I keep on adding water, because then I can just thin it out and make it look a little lighter. Remember that, guys, the more water you add with these markers, the more lighter it will become. And you'll get this nice effect in the end results. So yeah, remember that when messing with markers. Because it becomes more translucent and you'll pick up more pigment from it. So yeah. This is about near that color I want anyway. Why don't you go and add some green right here and pull that over into that blue. See what kind of effect I can get with that. Also going to need some brown. I grab a brown. Now I don't know if you can see the color that I'm messing with or not. But yeah. Put some brown right there. Then grab that brown and pull it over here. Because I'm trying to create this like murky water look. You have to do this. You have to do it by blending colors anyway. So that's what I'm trying to do. Grab like some water to pull this brown in here. To try to make this murky watercolor. Plus this will help me prepare for that painting that I was talking about. because in the picture of the waterfall I'm gonna be doing, it's something I already did in color pencil, and I need murky looking water. Now I won't be able to see how the end results are until after it all dries. So I'm gonna let this dry after I get the rest of this right here and mix it in right here a little bit. See what my end result look like. It does look a little murky, just how I wanted it. So I'm going to have to remember that technique, because I will also need that for part of the waterfall, because part of the waterfall has like a murky look coming down on it. Yeah, I probably won't start this painting till Friday, since I've already got something that I'm working on that's taking forever to get up. So yeah, so bear with me on that, guys, and be patient on that. Because this video is being recorded as a test. I want to test something out, and as to do that. Now they say these markers are waterproof, meaning water resistance, or you want to call it, meaning water can't affect them. Let's see how water resistant this is. And I don't think they were kidding, guys. I mean, look at this. I am rubbing this on that cool gray, and it is still keeping its vibrant color that it has. So this is actually really good to use if you're like me and you want something just really awesome as the end result. And by the way, I'm just smudging that green out a little bit more. I thought I'd combine it with that water. So yeah, it's actually waterproof. So these are some interesting markers. They say that they're better than the leading brand in vibrant looks and stuff. And as you can see, it does work better with not being water resistant stuff. And these are cheap at Cheap Joe's. These are like $3.05, I think. Give me 1 second, I'll look in that book for y'all. At Cheap Joe's Art Supply Emporium, I guess is what you can call it. But yeah, it really lives up to what I thought it was going to do. So yeah, guys, the things are vibrant and everything, as the book says. Let me show you what the marker or them in here and show you the pricing for them. The pricing is $3.09 each, and the list, meaning anywhere else other than Cheap Joe's, is $5.15. So if you're an artist who just is wanting to buy markers for a cheap price, from what I've seen so far, and you just don't want a lot of colors, and you want something that comes with a colorless blender, because that's for what comes, or that's what you can also buy in here, and it's like the same price as the markers, because that's the colorless blender right down there. And yeah, I mean, they have Copics right there right beside it, but it's saying these are actually supposed to be better than them, because right here's the vibrant test of their markers, or of these markers, and then the leading brand. So yeah, it's really interesting how good these look, and they come in, I don't know how many colors this is, I ain't gonna take the time to count, but a good amount of colors. And you could probably create almost anything with these, guys, and I would probably recommend these if you are looking for some cheap ones. These are the cheapest I have seen, I think. In here, maybe not, because I think I just remember Winsor & Newton's a little cheaper, but you have to buy theirs in a pack. You can't buy them individually. unless you're buying the watercolor ones, and they are like $4.99 each by themselves. So yeah, those markers are actually cheaper than the Prismacolor markers. What's so good about Winsor & Newton? If you get it from Cheap Joe's, you can almost get it for about $30 for a 12 count. And those are the biggest size they have. So yeah. And the cheapest are the 20 ones. That means $19.99 each, and they are natural, vibrant, rich skin, mid, and pastel tones. And if you want a assorted count of 12, you can get set 1 and 2 for about $30. So yeah. And even in this book, it has like a whole list of all the tones and stuff that comes with it, and so forth. And plus, there's also some little things that you can put your art markers in and stuff like that. So far, from what I have seen, these are the cheapest markers, even though they don't come in as many colors as other ones do. Now, Sharpies are always cheaper, but they're permanent markers. I'd rather stick with something like that. I mean, these are permanent too, but I'd rather stick with something like that anyway, for vibrant colors and stuff anyway. So I would recommend the... Yeah, like I said, those are the cheapest markers that I have seen in here. Chartpak AD markers, I would recommend sticking with these. If you want to use markers in the future, I would recommend these. Because I will probably be getting me some myself when I get the money myself. Like I said, they are $3.09 each, and you can buy packs of them or individually for all, I guess, for like 100 colors. It's about $290. That's for 100 colors. But if you want 25 colors, they are about $5.69. If you want 12 colors, they are $34.89. And maybe you have to think about that because they're $3.09 each, so of course they're going to equal out that much. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked my little tutorial about these markers so far, and just messing with other things as well in this. Where did I put that piece of paper? As you can see, it dried a little bit. It looks a little murky, but I don't think that was about the right tone I was wanting in these markers, with these markers as yet. So I'm going to be continuing to practice these off camera and stuff like that, guys. And I really hope you enjoy the video and stuff, and enjoy the music in the background as well. And so forth. Thanks, guys, for watching. David Greene over and out.